Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and as I'm making this video, the Ninjago San Diego Comic-Con panel is going on right now. I'm unfortunately not at the panel, I'm home right now, but luckily there is people that I know who are at the panel, and they're posting all the details about it to Twitter. Namely, I want to give a huge shout out to a Brick fan, they're another RLFM just like me, and they do this every year and I could not be more grateful for it. For years, their coverage has been like how we know what happens at this panel, and it does seem like the panel's a bit bigger this year, like there's more people there, but even still, they're going to be the main people I go to for coverage. However, if I get any details from anybody else, I'll of course shout them out too. But yeah, the panel's an hour long this year, and I believe it's all about Ninjago, which is kind of crazy. Last year they had to share with Dreams, but no, this is an hour-long Ninjago panel, so I hope some really cool stuff's revealed. I'm excited to hear about it. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's been reported so far. Here's a quick look at the panel from the Brick fan. We have some of the writers and producers from the show, including the head writers, Doc Wyatt and Kevin Burke. And then there's also the voice actors for Aaron and Sora. The panel apparently started off with a trailer, which is what they normally do, but luckily this year it sounds like the trailer wasn't exclusive, it was the same one that was uploaded to YouTube earlier today, which by the way, I did make a reaction video to that, you could go check it out after this video if you want. There was lots of really cool scenes shown and like a lot of stuff to break down. We have some details about the voice actors. Devin takes a lot from Aaron in real life with his optimism and also his insecurities. Sabrina sees herself as Sora in real life as she takes care of her friends. And now we have some actual news. Part 2 of Season 2 drops early October 2024. We kinda heard that earlier today in the description of the trailer, it said October, but now we have early October confirmed. That's not super surprising to me, because that's also when Season 1 Part 2 came out, and also Crystallized Part 2. I know some people were hoping for it to come out earlier, but hey, I mean, I guess it gives us stuff to theorize about and look forward to for a little while. And also, they're going to be talking about the 15th anniversary of Ninjago for 2026 at this panel, which is very, very interesting. Obviously, we'll have the news by the end of this video, but as of me recording this, we don't have the news yet. But I'm curious why they're talking about 2026 instead of 2025. Like, presumably, this is going to be something big if they're talking about it 2 years in advance. I saw some people theorizing maybe a new movie's coming, and that would be really awesome, but we will have to see. They will be introducing something fans will not expect. They were extremely vague. No clue what that means, but I'm very excited for that. Here we have some plot details about the Tournament of Sources, which is very exciting. This is obviously Season 2, Part 2. Doc was watching as fans during the Tournament of Elements. They found a way to take Tournament of Elements to another level with the Tournament of Sources. That's very awesome to hear. Obviously, it's inspired by Tournament of Elements, but I think that's a fan favorite season. It is my personal favorite, so I'm glad to see they're like really pulling from that with this new one. Tournament of Sources have been going on for centuries. City of Temples used to honor the dragons. Elemental masters of every realm will be coming to participate in the tournament. That's super exciting too, of every realm, so it's not just going to be the Ninjago elemental masters that we saw before. Potentially a lot of new characters, and a lot of new elements too. Devin wants people to be inspired to see the best in themselves. The thing that keeps the show fresh is from real life experiences from kids. The journey that the characters go through makes it fresh. They talked about fan theories and spoilers at set boxes, but it was just wild theories. I guess not big enough to report on. It seems the panel was asked what their elemental power would be if they had one. Devin said elemental power of growth. Sabrina said elemental power of time, which good answer. Very powerful one. Ryan said wind. Kevin said chill. Doc said the elemental power of deadline, which is very funny. They clarified that Aaron does not have an elemental power, which we have known, but I'm very curious if he's ever going to develop one, whether it's through like legitimate or illegitimate means. Okay, and then they were shown another clip, so this is something we haven't seen yet. Ninjas come back to the monastery and see someone they didn't expect to see. Who could that be? Who could they not expect to see? I hope we get more details on that. Dragon's Rising has been greenlit for Season 3. Not super surprising, I think we all expected this, but still good to get confirmation. We are going to have another season next year. Ooh, and here we have some Season 3 details. Season 3 season side of another realm that they haven't seen, possibly more. That's super exciting. I can't wait to see just more of the Ninjago world now. They're signing posters, that makes sense, and I guess now the Q&A has started. Doc Wyatt's favorite past villain is Garmadon. Not super surprising, he's a very good one. Will we be seeing the return of past elemental powers? There will not be a Power of Brown, so sorry Dareth fans, but there will be some classic ones coming back. Of course, we know from the sets, presumably Tox and Pale Man are coming back, but I hope we see more. Griffin Turner is my biggest hope. He's my favorite elemental master aside from the ninja, so I would love to see him again. And also Belobo. Belobo's like my crazy pick. Would love to see that guy again. I want to give a quick shout out to Hazel Bear over on Twitter too. He's been tweeting me more details about the panel as well, which I really appreciate. So apparently the person they didn't expect to see was the Source Dragon of Motion. She supposedly talks as well. I hope they release that clip soon. That sounds really, really cool. A question was asked if the Fold will ever come back, and the answer was they don't have any current. I assume this is plans to bring them back, because they do have fans. I was at their concert. There's lots of fans. I assume this is a typo and they meant plans, which is a bit sad to hear. I wish they kept them in some form. I don't mind that they changed the intro song, but it'd be nice if they did like some music every now and then for Ninjago. Someone asked for one of the matchups in the Tournament of Sources, and they responded there's a lot. They're not sure of what to say to not get them fired. Update tweet, it is plans, not fans. They did not just, like, insult the Fold and say they have no fans. That's what I assumed. They can't say what classic characters are in upcoming seasons. Some are blink and you miss it, but there are fan favorites. They want to honor the legacy before Dragons Rising. That is exciting to hear. Again, Griffin Turner, please, my boy, come back. But I wonder what other characters they might bring back. DoodleBricks is in line for a question, so I'm sure he's going to ask a very good one. By the way, I believe DoodleBricks is recording the panel and he was given permission to post it in 24 hours. So go check out his channel tomorrow for even more details about all of this. Is Jay Walker coming back? He's been spotted in the merged land, so yes. Again, this was to be expected. They want an arc of stories, then refreshed. Dragons Rising had more room to play with and be more serialized. They got more narrative space. There's an end to the story and it is a closed story. It will end someday, but they can't say when. Interesting, so they do have like a planned end in mind. Obviously, Ninjago as an IP I don't think is going to end unless it stops selling for LEGO, which is not happening anytime soon. Like, it is still continually selling very well. So unless that happens, I don't think the show is going anywhere. But the idea that like Dragons Rising is going to close off the story, I guess Roz is going to be the villain all the way through, right? And then if Ninjago continues, it might not be Dragons Rising anymore, it'll be a different show. I wonder how long they're planning to have this go for, because like typically with LEGO it's 2.5 years, that would mean season 3 is the end, but it seems like they're planning on something much bigger, so I don't know. Especially if they're talking about 2026, maybe that's the end, maybe they'll end with like a movie or something. Anything from older seasons they wanted to bring back, they will only bring back an older character if they could bring something to the table and develop the character. That's perfectly valid, I get that. Also, what is this ad? This is not in a language I can read. I don't know why someone's paying money to show me this ad on Twitter. They were asked if there would be more expansion, or I guess explanation maybe, for the elemental power of green, and that's apparently spoiler territory, which I guess would mean yes, there is going to be more explanation. They just can't say what it is. That's quite exciting, because I've been waiting for that since I was a kid in 2012. Will Dareth show up? He could say that he will not show up. So I guess this is confirmation that Dareth is coming back eventually. Because that's a double negative, so that makes it a positive. He will not show up. So Dareth will apparently be back. I'm happy to hear that. I do like Dareth as a character. Are we going to see characters from Chima? They have characters that could show up and want to honor Chima. Now that's pretty cool. That is, wow. My guess has always been that time passes differently in Chima, so like the characters we know from Chima are no longer around. But the idea of they have characters that could show up kind of implies that maybe there are characters from the show that could show up. Obviously Roz is from the Wilderness and the Wilderness contains Chima, so personally I would consider Roz a Chima character, but having an actual Chima character in the show, that would be like, I'd be surprised if that happened, but that would be so cool. How much research do they do for the show? They have martial arts experts that assist in the research. I did not know that. That's interesting. Chima is not in a way that we can expect. So okay, maybe it's what I said, that time passes differently, so it's not the same characters. But like the descendants of their characters or something could come back. They won't answer who their least favorite ninja is. Will Kai get his own season? There's no more spotlight seasons and more of an ensemble, but Kai will get a lot of story. I mean, Kai kind of already had a season this year. Season 2 Part 1 was basically a Kai season. Okay, Hazel Bear is actually the one who asked the Chima question. And yeah, he said the same thing, not in a way that you'd expect. So that's my guess. Not the characters from the actual show, but maybe like their far descendants. In fact, Lord Roz could be a descendant of one of the tigers from the show. Because I just don't see them going back to those old characters and bringing them back today. Alright, we have one more minute left apparently. It's 4:59 right now. This should end at 5. Waiting for any like last few tweets. The least favorite ninja tweet is specifically about the original ninja. I don't know about that clarification. Does that mean like Aaron or Sora would be their least favorite? I assume that's just how the question was phrased. Alright, last update I guess. Aaron has a long journey to get his powers and will be complex. He has the potential to be the best. So there are powers, it's just not elemental powers. I'm still on the creation wavelength, that he has the power of creation like Wu had. And creation is technically an elemental essence, not an elemental power, I believe, so that makes the previous statement still correct. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then yeah, apparently end of panel, thank you for coming. So interesting, I was expecting more about 2026 because they talked about it in the little blurb, but I guess literally the only thing was like, yeah, it's the 15th anniversary and they will be introducing something fans will not expect. But there's no more elaboration on that. I thought that's what they were going to talk about at this panel, but I guess not. Cool to get more details about the Tournament of Sources, definitely. And there's some cool stuff in the Q&A, like we know Dareth's coming back now apparently. We're going to learn a little bit more about Green, and something about Chima is going to appear in some way. But overall, this does feel like less information than we typically get. Oh, and I guess Season 3 is coming, right? That was announced. But I feel like we all already assumed that. I feel like the fact that they uploaded the trailer trailer to YouTube earlier today is part of the reason this doesn't feel like as exciting, because like that would have been a lot of new info, but of course we already saw all of it a couple hours ago. On the one hand, I like that because I'm not left out, I can still react to the trailer at home, but on the other hand, I don't know, it makes the panel more cool and exciting. They did get the exclusive clip with the Source Dragon of Motion, and hopefully that's uploaded soon. I guess we'll see it on DoodleBricks' channel tomorrow, but I think LEGO's probably going to upload it too if he's uploading it. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like the 2026 stuff was not the most honest, if that's all they said about it. Oh, in 2025, we actually did get some 2025 information. It's going to focus on a new realm we haven't seen before, right? Yeah, greenlit for Season 3, season side of another realm that they haven't seen, possibly more. So yeah, definitely some interesting stuff, nothing like too crazy or world-changing, but it's good to get this info. Let me know what you guys think of all of it in the comments below, like what are you the most excited for? Do you have any theories about what's happening in 2025 and 2026? What's the big thing that fans don't expect? My guess is still movie. I think like a movie to end off Dragon's Rising would be a pretty cool way to do it, but that's not like super unexpected, right? I guess if it's a theatrical release, that would be somewhat unexpected. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of all this in the comments. And once again, a huge thank you to the Brick Fan for covering this, like I would not be able to make this video without them. And also a huge thank you to Hazelbear for tweeting me this info throughout the thing. It really means a lot to like have someone on the inside there. And then one final thing completely unrelated to the panel, I just saw this in my Twitter feed like as I was doing this. Apparently the Ninjago Fortnite experience has been updated and now there's an ice arena. I don't think this is worth making a full video on, but I'll react to it here. I thought it was a new game at first, but no, this is just the same one that existed before. This, like, animation's really cool, but this isn't what the game is. But yeah, the monastery, you get there, Lloyd's there. What's up, Lloyd? How you doing? Still waiting for your Fortnite skin. You can do Spinjitzu. Yeah, new power-ups, apparently. Maybe the game will be more fun, because I got bored of it pretty quick. But yeah, Ice Arena. Level up to Master. That's also new. I don't think you could level up before. New power-ups. You already said that. Is that like... Oh, Ice power-up. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. NRG Plus. I like that. Okay, so if you want to go... Oh, the Wolfmask Shadow Dojo's here, and the Ice Temple from Season 11. You know what, I'll hop on and play that soon. Maybe I'll do a live stream this weekend playing that. That'll be fun. And no final updates from the Brick Fan, so I think I'm going to end the video here. Actually, 2 more quick updates. Someone responded to Brick Fan and said nobody asked about Geo and Cole, and the Brick Fan said that someone asked when will they kiss, and the panel said to keep watching. And a clarification of, like, the air and power thing is that it's his Spinjitzu powers. I assume that's what they're referring to, but even still, there's nothing against his Spinjitzu powers coming from the elemental essence of creation. But now I think finally that is it, that is everything. Thanks for watching, everybody. If we get any more news, I'll make another video updating you all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!